lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Ray Ray.
And this is our house. Welcome to the House of Hockey podcast, episode 145. I'm one of your hosts, Breezy.
And I'm your other host, Ray Ray.
And we have some more people who have clinched playoff spots. We have other wild news that happened this past week.
Yeah.
What else? What do we got going on?
Well, this is the original House of Hockey podcast. Not to be confused with Justin Bieber and the Toronto Maple Leafs' new collaboration, which, by the way, they totally stole our name and we need to get it trademarked ASAP. But aside from that, Breezy sends me this picture of like a Toronto Maple Leafs thing and it just says House of Hockey. And I'm like, is that something you made or what's happening here? And as it turns out, it is a collaboration of Justin Bieber's Drew House, which is the name of his clothing company, as well as a lovely corporate sponsor, Tim Hortons. They have joined forces with the Toronto Maple Leafs to create a new program called House of Hockey, not to be confused with us, but we'll take any extra views from it. So thank you. And what they're doing is they are making the game of hockey more accessible by removing the barriers that keep youth out of the sport. Not entirely sure what that means, but it's going to include a summer-long league providing free access to ball hockey for youths facing barriers in their communities.
Very cool, though.
Very cool. Wish she had come up with a different name, but hopefully some people have found us because of this name.
Yeah.
We should be the official podcast that covers the new program.
Yeah. And maybe Justin Bieber should come on our podcast. We could be friends. I wouldn't mind being friends with him. That would be fun.
You could be friends with him.
Such a hater.
I mean, I have no problem with Bieber. I've said this many times,
Yes.
but I wouldn't want to have to be forced into a friendship with Austin Matthews. I would just,
Do you think it's forced?
I would just chirp. No, like if I was friends with Bieber, I would have to be friends with Matthews.
You'd have to be friends with Matthews, yeah.
And I would just want to chirp him constantly.
Yeah, and you would. But he'd probably be okay with that.
He'd have to be if I was friends with Bieber.
I think everybody has to be okay with it if they want to be friends with you to get chirped.
Yeah, probably. It's also a sign of like, if I'm giving you shit and like chirping you or whatever, like going a little back and forth and banter, giving people a hard time, that's like because I care and I know that I can and that we've got a strong enough relationship that like it's a sign of affection, of care, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a way of like, yeah. If I don't like you, I won't chirp you. Like I won't talk to you. I won't make jokes with you. I won't. Or maybe I will and you just don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I'm trying to incorporate a little more humor into my people that I don't like. Just kill them with humor, you know? So
hey, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, it makes me feel better. But that's crazy, right? There's also a YouTube channel called House of Hockey that puts clips and stuff out, but we're the only House of Hockey podcast.
Facts.
Just setting the record straight.
Yeah.
We've got the Tampa Bay Lightning clinching a playoff spot, and they are going to be facing the Toronto Maple Leafs.
They definitely did it last year. And the Leafs got eliminated in the first round. That's not going to happen this year. The Leafs are making
Oh,
it past the first round.
oh, really? Tell me more. Tell me why.
I'm just gonna say it. It's just gonna happen, and everyone just needs to watch and see.
Okay. Nothing more to back that up. Got it. Great.
Nope.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, you're gonna be seeing it, so you best get to
Okay.
believe in it.
Okay. We'll see what happens. I think Leafs fans will turn into Canucks fans and riot in the
Yeah,
streets if that
yeah.
happens.
Did you
By
see
the
that they're coming out with like a documentary about that?
Yes, I can't wait. I was literally about to
I'm
say
so
I can't.
excited.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that on
Yeah.
what ESPN. That's maybe the one thing ESPN does right is their E60 or their 30 for 30, 30 on 30, whatever.
I think so, yeah.
Those documentary features they do pretty well, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I saw that and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch that.
Oh yeah, me
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I pulled up the standings.
Hmm.
So the East in the Metro and the Atlantic, all the top three playoff spots are clinched.
Hmm.
So in the Metro, it's Carolina at number one, New Jersey, and then New York Rangers. And in the
Hmm.
Atlantic, we have Boston at number one, followed by Toronto and Tampa Bay. The wild card is still neck and neck with the Islanders, the Panthers, Florida, and Pittsburgh.
Hmm.
I love how we just like
The
volley
Pants,
between
Florida.
the I like it was New York,
Yeah.
Islanders, whatever.
I do
Islanders.
that all the time. I
Yeah,
just like go city, team, city, whatever it is. Whatever comes
exactly.
out is what you're gonna get.
I mean, and I guess Buffalo too is kind of in the mix. It's all there's like they're just maybe points apart. Anyway, in the
Yeah.
West, there is
What's going on?
the
It's
Central
like
isn't
wide open.
even decided. Nobody has
No.
clinched. What the hell? Are
It's
we
so
like
weird to
that
me.
bad or that good? Bad or that good?
Maybe both. I mean, I would think today, Sunday, is a day where we're going to see more. I believe the Kings can clinch today if
Mm-hmm.
they win,
I just read
or
the
if
thing.
somebody loses.
Yeah, there's two scenarios. If the Canucks lose, I don't remember what I read.
Well, the Kings are playing the Canucks.
Then that wouldn't be quite accurate, would it?
Yeah.
I don't know where the stat went. Either way, they can clinch. There's two scenarios in which they can clinch today.
Yeah.
And
So that'll be fun because Vegas and Edmonton have already clinched. Wow, which kind of sucks because the Kings are now in the third spot.
right.
Yeah.
So
And yeah,
yeah.
because Edmonton came out freaking flying against the Kings.
Yeah.
That was a rough game. That was a rough game. However,
So yeah,
Minnesota,
this
Colorado, and Dallas are up in the top for the Central, and then currently in the wild card, Seattle and Winnipeg are 90 and 87 points. Calgary has 85 points, so they're kind of in the mix a bit there. And
mhm.
Nashville has 84 points. So like Nashville won yesterday. They won pretty decently too. It was a pretty high scoring game,
Mhm.
considering it's like an AHL team right now. Like
I know.
there's young guns on there. But
I
kind of cool
watched
to
that
see.
game. Yeah.
They're kind of fun to watch. Like even
Yeah.
though you don't like have like like at least I don't have high standards. They are fun to watch though. So Nashville is still in the mix.
Mhm.
Like I said though, there is a lot of losing that would have to happen in order for the Preds to make it in. But it's okay. They're still fun to watch.
And the Preds have to
And
win like
anything can
every
happen.
game
Yeah.
remaining too, I think.
Right.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. The
That's
odds
okay.
are still there. Like there's a
Yeah.
possibility, but it's very, 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 very low,
Yeah.
which
But
is okay.
Seattle and Winnipeg are still playing pretty hot. Calgary's starting to play pretty hot. I think Calgary wants to sneak in over Winnipeg. I'm I feel like that they're gonna really try to push Winnipeg out. So it's gonna be a tight race. We'll see what
It's
happens.
yeah. It's kind of nice that there's still some must-watch games at this point in the season
Mhm.
where not everything is clinched.
Right.
And it's still exciting to, for those fans of those teams to still be like, you have to watch every single game because you just don't
Yeah.
know. This week's episode of the House of Hockey podcast is brought to you by the biggest tournament in college basketball is underway, and the action is just getting started on DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if your team wins. Plus, combine multiple bets for a shot at an even bigger payout. DraftKings will be featuring parlays and odds boosts all tournament long, so be sure to check the DraftKings Sportsbook app every day to see what they have in store. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up with code THPN, that's THPN for the Hockey Podcast Network. Right now, new customers can bet $5 on any pregame moneyline bet and get $150 in bonus bets if your team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Oh, by the way, when Jody Messina came out to sing the anthem at the Preds game on Saturday, it was like, "Ed, please welcome Jody Messina." I was like, "Breezy!" Like, that was the first thought. And I was like,
That's
I
so
hope
funny.
she's watching this.
Ugh.
Oh, I got chills up and down. I get chills every time I hear that. But when she sang it, I was like, oh,
She's good. Yeah, she's done that a few times. She's been at the game a few times. I have I saved a picture on my phone. She was like the mid-game or intermission performer or whatever it was, a couple of years back, I think. And every single time I go there, I hope that she's gonna be there, and I will be there.
soon.
2 weeks. 2 weeks,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm hoping she's gonna be there. I'm putting my good juju out there because I just feel like that'd be so fun.
it would be. We DM'd her,
Yeah,
by the way, to try to get her on
we
the
did.
podcast. She is a hockey mom. Her boys play hockey. It
Yeah,
didn't happen. I think I emailed her team too, but that's okay. We'll have to
yeah,
follow up.
yeah.
So that's that on the standings. I also want to talk about some other stats. There were
Oh,
5 hat tricks and 5 shutouts on Saturday, April 1st. And it is not an April Fool's joke.
wow.
That's insane. I didn't get to look up the other hat tricks, but I saw that Pasternak, Draisaitl, and Tuck all had hat tricks.
Jeez.
And one of the shutouts, I believe, was Vasilevsky, the
Mhm.
Lightning. That's the first time ever in NHL history that statistic has happened. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. There's a lot of first time on stats that have been happening this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Also, Jonathan Toews returned to the Blackhawks
I saw that.
after dealing with his long COVID and his autoimmune health issue. And he said to our coach, it might be ugly. Like, I can come back, but it might be ugly. And our coach was like, that's okay. We're playing pretty ugly. And I was like, I don't need to hear this. I that's so disappointing to hear from the coach that, like, you don't have a handle on the team and, like, you're playing ugly. That was very disheartening for me to hear from our coach, and, like, that it was like a printed quote and, like, put into a graphic and put on, I think it was on Bleacher Report's account. I'm like, great. Great.
Yeah, but at the same time, like everyone knows that it's like pretty ugly, and the fact that like he's willing to come back, but he's like, oh, it's a little ugly, and the coach is like, you know what, man, like just come back. It's fine. Like we just want you to be here. It can't get much worse than what we are now. Like you can add to it.
That I would be like, Thanks. Yeah, just definitely what I want to do is like play on a really horrible team that's like
Well,
just
he knows that he's probably going to be retiring, so like that he's probably just like, you know what, I just want to have fun the next few games, however many left I can get in.
okay.
Hopefully he doesn't retire, but like, you
I
know,
think he's gonna have to, unfortunately.
yeah.
But yeah,
But like I think the way you look at it, it's more so like just it might be pretty ugly, but you know what, that's okay. Just come back.
yeah, I get it. Like I get it, but also that's like not what I want to hear from my coach. Like I want my coach to be like more like Tortorella or something, right? That's like, we're going to work on stuff. We're going to grind it out. We're going to try to improve. We're going to use these last few games of the season. And like, we could really use your leadership, John, and like get out there and give the boys what you got. You are the fucking captain. Let's figure it out, No, that was just like a little not great. Not great.
Not great. Speaking of captains, I am going to put a petition out there that Tyler Toffoli needs to be the captain of the Flames.
Who is the captain?
They don't have
Okay.
one.
I was gonna say, because it was
Yeah.
Giordano many
Yeah.
years
So
ago,
they
it
don't have
feels
one.
like.
And Toffoli's doing real good. And I think that he deserves it.
But is he gonna stay there? What's his
I think so.
contract?
I think he signed like a pretty decent
Couple
contract there.
years, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I did not look this up. However, Sutter loves him, and
Mhm.
that's what matters. And he's playing well. Sutter said that he makes big time goals, big time plays. I think he should be the captain.
But is he really a leader in the locker room?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
That's it.
Vote for Breezy next to the captain on the ballot box. She's gonna
Yep.
mail
Where
one
do I
into
sign?
Coach
Where
Sutter.
do I sign? Yep. Where do I sign?
Good Lord, they're gonna try to make Seth Jones the captain of the Blackhawks, which is
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
not a good move. Anyway, I don't want to think about that. How many more years left do I have of that nonsense?
7? No.
6, I
6?
think. No.
6.
6 or 5, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about something a little happier. Is Jack Hughes cute?
Why'd you say it like that?
Like, it almost feels weird saying because he's like so
young.
young.
I'm going to tell you, everyone loves him. It's the golden retriever energy. I think so. It's the flow. It's his little like smile. I think so. I think everyone loves him.
Yeah, he's cute though. Like, he's cute.
Yeah.
He's sweet looking.
Yeah. Right.
Like
Yeah.
the eyes and the big round
Yeah.
eyes and the smile. And I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I see
Yeah.
what the young girls see in him now.
Yeah.
This is not my type. But like, is he going to become better looking as he gets older?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm thinking so. I mean, everyone usually does. I mean, look at McDavid. He definitely grew into his looks.
And Sydney.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll probably be like the what do you call them? Like the Freddie Prince Juniors of the hockey leagues. Why I say
Yeah,
leagues, not plural, hockey league.
exactly.
Freddie
Yeah.
Prince Jr. of the league,
Yeah.
the charmer.
The charmer.
The
Yeah.
the every time you see him, he does like that little like sparkle wink.
Yeah. Like bats his eyelashes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's the consensus. Is he make hunk of the week then?
We can. We haven't had a hunk of the week in a couple weeks. So
Because we've
yeah, I think that
forgotten. I know.
yeah, we have forgotten. We've also forgotten to do a secret word.
I know.
We're really on top of it. So that's really fun.
Okay. We're trying new things. I think we should keep up with hunk of the week though.
Yeah, I do think so too. That's a good one.
Yeah. He's hunk of the week for being I want you to make a picture of him with a retriever,
Okay.
like a golden retriever, and Freddie Prince Jr.
Okay. Jack.
Jack.
Golden.
Oh, Jack. Golden.
Jack. That works
Check.
too.
Check.
Golden Freddie Prince. But like 1998, maybe
Oh,
Freddie Prince
yeah.
Jr. Yeah, it's got to be the young one.
Yeah, the one with what was her name? Rachel something, where she's
Yeah.
like not cute and then she gets a makeover and she falls in love with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
That one, she's like an artist, whatever that one is. That one.
That one.
Um,
We're showing our age here.
I know people are like, what are you talking? Who's Freddie Prinze Jr.? Have you shopped at Pure Hockey? They are America's largest hockey retailer with dozens of stores and the option to shop online. If you or any of your kids play hockey, Pure Hockey is the place to find just about all of your equipment, skates, sticks, gear, bags, jerseys, and accessories. Plus, Pure Hockey is one of our affiliate partners. Next time you break your hockey stick or your kid grows out of his skates, why not check out purehockey.com? While you are looking for hockey equipment, you can also browse around for merchandise from your favorite NHL team, you know who Breezy's and mine are, and make gift giving even easier for your hockey loving friends and family. And do us a favor, use our special link for purehockey.com when you browse the site and make a purchase, because we'll receive a small commission, which helps me and Breezy create this podcast. Head to the episode's show notes for the special direct link to shop at purehockey.com. Some other news in the league for Philadelphia Flyers fans. It's a sad day. Steve Coates, their longtime broadcaster, they honored him in a game with his retirement ceremony, even though he'll still be calling games until the actual end of the season, the regular season. And he was a broadcaster for the team for 43 years between radio
Wow.
and TV. And apparently he's got some trouble with his eyesight in one of his eyes and is having to hang them up, which is a sad, sad day. But he gave a great speech on Saturday and they honored him. And what a career. And it's always a sad day when your team's voice or the voice of your team that you've heard and felt like you've known for so long is leaving. So feel you, Flyers fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely feel yeah. Bob Miller still gets me every time.
Yeah. Let's talk about something that came out a little bit, maybe a week or two ago, and we just didn't get to it. We talked about the end of the reverse retro jerseys, which is pretty likely going to be over because Adidas is no longer going to make the jerseys for the official jerseys for the players, or whatever, just official jerseys for the league. And they put out a new contract, like to see who else would want to make their jerseys. And Fanatics is going to be manufacturing the official jerseys, not just the unofficial ones. They'll be selling both now. And that's going to start in 2024. And basically what I read was that the jerseys are going to be basically exactly what we know them to be. There'll be a Fanatics logo. But the specs for the jerseys are going to be exactly the same. And there will be some differences with fabrics and materials, but overall should be the same. And they give them to the players to test out, to make sure that like everything is doing what it's supposed to. And then they'll go into production. But it was interesting that I read that the NHL actually owns any and all like designs. So like the league actually owns the reverse retro designs, not Adidas. So like they could decide to have Fanatics reprint them or come up with another reverse retro. Like Adidas doesn't own that. And it's been that way
Got
for
it.
all of the team, like the league owns all of that. So
Hmm.
so for those of you who care about the reverse retros, just know that they they could make a return, but it's highly unlikely that will happen next year. Maybe they'll do something different. We'll see.
We'll see.
Well,
Well,
2024, so that wouldn't be,
that's
it's
this
the
upcoming season,
following
yeah.
season. Yeah. No, the
Yeah, because this
following.
is 23.
Yeah.
Or it's starting 2024, 2025?
Yes. 2024,
Okay,
25. Yes. Excuse me.
got it. Not the 23, 24.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
there's that. I don't know. Some people are very like anti-fanatics, claiming that the quality of some of their stuff isn't that great.
Yeah. I mean, I have Fanatics jerseys, but
Are
I
they,
do think that the Adidas ones are cool. I like them. I think that they feel better. Um, I
what
mean,
do you think of the quality of the Fanatics jerseys?
it's obviously not as good as like the official, like how like the Reebok one. It was Reebok, right? It was the
Yeah.
yeah. They're fine. They do the job. They work for me.
It
It
hasn't
is what
fallen
it
apart
is.
on you.
Has no, none of them have fallen apart on me. Um, but then again, I don't get into fights that often where people are like ripping them. Um,
Yeah, you're
so I
not on
guess I
the
don't really,
ice,
yeah,
like skating in them or
yeah.
anything like that.
So
So yeah.
yeah, I am
Okay.
partying in them.
Oh, you're partying in them. And I mean, if they
Yeah,
can survive that, that's pretty good test too, I would
that
say.
they can. Yes, that is true.
They can survive barbecue smoke and rowdy friends, family,
Rowdy
dogs.
friends.
It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
All
pretty
right.
good.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we're good.
It's just, we're just waiting for the playoffs.
I know it's like a ticking time bomb. We
Yeah.
just have games to continue to watch. Got a couple games on today, and we're gonna have more the rest of the week. So tune in to any game you can because they are going to be fun to watch,
Hmm.
even if they're not your own team.
Yeah. Lots of
Yes.
spots to be officially clinched. And it
Yes.
matters because it depends, that says who they play. So in the first round, which
Yeah.
it's important, obviously.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. See you next week.
See you next week.
Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can